Welcome to this week's Trading Success Podcast with Cam Buchanan. Let's look at the week ahead, being the 23rd of September, 2024. All right, so let's look through what's coming up this week. Just to let you know, we are authorized by Beyond Capital Asset Management, and also this is only general information only, this presentation. Now, financial news coming up this week to pay attention to. So this afternoon, Monday afternoon, Monday from 5:15 to about 11:45, we've got a bank of all the European major countries like France, Germany, Spain with their manufacturing and services PMI. Then we go into UK later in the evening, and then at 11:45 will be the USA manufacturing news. So it'll be interesting to see how that continues on. Last month, US manufacturing was pretty solid. Now tomorrow, all the Australians out there with mortgages, our interest rate announcement will come out at 2:30. Wednesday at 12 a.m., CB consumer confidence in the United States. So if you're staying up late Tuesday night to trade, 12 a.m., be mindful. Wednesday after the US market, so it'll be Thursday morning, we've got Micron Technology. They're a very big data storage and chip manufacturer. Obviously, that's a big sector at the moment. They've had a huge boom this year, and they've actually pulled back as well quite significantly. So it'll be an interesting announcement. We've also got Costco, I think, coming out on Friday. Thursday, we've got GDP in the United States as well. And Friday morning, we've got Costco and Nike. And then also Friday night, we've got core PCE as well. So there's a little bit of news to come out. Now, also, there was a potential threat of a US government shutdown that news came out over the weekend. Potential for the 1st of October. However, it was averted on Sunday, which was yesterday. Congress passed a deal that will fund the federal agencies for another 3 months, something like $285 million to keep them going. So that'll take them up to the election. Also, too, we had quadruple witching as well last week. So quadruple witching is it's pretty much where a lot of the basically the four big markets. You've got options, you've got stock options, you've got a load of other products that are sort of coming off or expiring those major contract dates. So that can have a huge effect on the market. So some of the things you can see is increased trading volume. So you can expect a surge in trading activity as participants execute numerous trades to adjust their portfolios. You get portfolio adjustments, so portfolio managers can rebalance holdings, leading to increased buying or selling of the underlying assets. We've got contract rollover, which we had last week in the futures indexes. And then obviously witching hours, the last hour of trading can be highly volatile with sharp and unpredictable price moves. Now, we didn't get too much witching on the futures. However, we did see some volatile price action Thursday after the FOMC news, and also all day Thursday, we had a very strong rally to the upside. The S&P 500 making all-time highs. Now, overall market impact is the overall market can experience temporary distortions in prices due to high volume of trades. So that's an important point. Like, we'll go into charts and we'll show you how the markets made some all-time highs last week. Gold, for instance, S&P 500. Now, just be very wary this week because some of those price movements may not be truly representative of the market. They may have had something to do with the market makers moving things around, portfolio managers rebalancing holdings. So it might not be a real true indication of the market. So just be wary of those jumping on board those fast spikes that we saw in the price action. And let's look at the charts anyway. But before we do that, also to US election poll tracker. So this is from Predict, which is a poll betting software that tracks how the election is going. Trump is currently Well, Kamala Harris is leading the race at the moment. She took a big spike in popularity last week on this poll tracker. She's up to 58%. Trump is down at 45%. And also, one thing to note is that pretty incredible turnaround for Kamala Harris, considering she only came into the race, the election race, in July. And at the same time, Trump had a 70% chance of winning. So she's really eaten into Donald Trump's popularity there. So interesting times. Obviously, it's only a poll. It's only like a betting type scenario. But we saw the last few elections that have been shocks. The people that have won 2016 when Trump knocked off Hillary Clinton, and then 20 when Biden knocked off Trump. They were all quite a bit of a shock to the market. It wasn't quite expected that way. So who's third time lucky? Maybe Camilla may be leading right now, but it might not be truly occur on the day. Who knows? But anyway, we'll see how that affects how the markets are playing out. Now let's look at some of the markets to watch. So we talked about gold last week, and we talked about Bitcoin. We spoke about how those markets were really showing some signs of breaking out. That actually did happen on both those two markets, and the S&P 500 and NASDAQ. Let's have a look at those markets after the FOMC news came out. So Thursday morning, the Federal Reserve, the central bank of the United States, announced that they were going to cut rates by 0.25%. Some people were expecting even the rate was going to be harder, a 0.5 cut. That didn't eventuate. However, they did cut it at 0.25, and the market didn't react very strongly on that day. But on the Thursday, when the market opened, Asia was very bullish, and then Thursday night, the Americans traded on the bullish side as well. So let's have a look at the charts to get the real meaning. So first of all, let's look at the S&P 500. Just using the micro ES here. So you can see the prior all-time high was there. Thursday, we broke that level, and we're now up around about 5,800. We almost hit 5,800. Now, if we go into this closer, you can see we are in a 2-day balance. So this was Thursday, this was Friday. So we had a doji day or a little inside bar on Friday. Now this is today, right? So in Asian trading, the market is fairly bullish. So we're trading within this balance range here. So balance rules apply on this market, which means what we want to look for to see a break. All right, if we get a break of this high, look for continuation to the upside. If the market gets to the high and fails, look for a reversal back down to the low. All right, so this market is either we're going to see the market just basically ranging between these highs, the Thursday high and low, or we're going to see a break to the upside, or we're going to see a reversal all the way to the downside and then a breakout of that level. So watch for breakouts to the up and the downside on the S&P 500. Let's look at NASDAQ. So NASDAQ, very similar. However, NASDAQ is not up to its all-time highs yet. We're still, if we draw a Fibonacci over the range, so we are holding above the 61.8. We've traded into this liquidity zone here, and the market has found some resistance there on the NASDAQ. Both these markets are bullish, all right? So S&P and NASDAQ are bullish. Like I said, be careful this week because we are in balance. I think we need to respect the balance rules. Watch for the markets, how they're going to behave around the high and the low from Thursday. So if you've got a daily chart, mark up the high and the low from Thursday. They are your balance ranges. Now, Ninja Trader, you can use the y-axis here, and you can just run that from the high down to the low, right? And that's the range that you're looking for the market to respect. Once again, balance rules apply on the NASDAQ as well. Let's have a look at Bitcoin because Bitcoin has already broken out this morning. Bitcoin had a very good week last week. So you can see Thursday on the interest rate cut, the market rallied very hard. Friday was still a buying day. Buyers managed to make higher highs, higher lows. And today we are making a higher high. And look where we're going, right into this trend line again. Now, we've struggled to break this trend line for months, right? Since the 29th of March, we've struggled. 29th of March? We're all around early April. We've struggled to break that high, right? Now, the all-time highs were made back in March. So now we're back up here for the once, twice, three, four, fifth time didn't get there. This is the sixth attempt to break this trend line. So once again, if you're looking at Bitcoin, if the market can't hold above this level, then shorts are probably going to be a good trade. Likely, where's it going to go? Probably back down to the trend line, or at least the midpoint of this trend line. Say, even a test back down to 50,000, 60,000 mark would be a good trade if the market fails up at these highs. Once again, it's almost in that channel, right? It's setting up to break out, but we just never know when it's going to happen. We'll see what happens there. What market has broken out really strongly is gold, and we've been speaking about this for quite some time. You can see gold was in this bearish channel, or this bull flag here, and then we broke out, and we've just been continuing that breakout. Thursday was a bit of an outside day, but you can see that outside day created a 2-day balance, and today we've broken out. So if you are trading the gold market, I would be very mindful of, wrong indicator. There are your levels there, right? So that balance is 2627. We're up to 2655. If the market wants to fail up here, come back and test this level, watch for a continuation long off this level. If the market gets back within this level, then we could be selling back down to this range here. But it looks like these markets are definitely bullish on gold. The market has definitely liked that interest rate cut. So anything priced in US dollars is really enjoying some appreciation. Also too, because the US dollar is struggling at the moment a little bit. It's not really finding a huge amount of appreciation. It's struggling around that. The dollar index is around about 100.7 or something like that. It's been up trading around about 107, 108, and it's been slowly coming down. So the US dollar has been depreciating a fair bit recently. Now, the final market we'll look at is oil. Oil is back above the 50% of the range. If we have a look at that move down here, you can see we're struggling at the 61.8 at this point in time on the oil futures. So that will be a key level. We need to see oil to get back above. Once again, this market is one time framing on the daily chart. It's been fairly strong reversal move since that sell down to $64, $65. The market has been rallying basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. It's been rallying to the high side after its turn here. So $72 looks to be like a bit of resistance. So once again, the market is back into this larger range here. So oil is grinding higher. Yeah, look, obviously it's has got a lot to do with geopolitical events and oil inventories coming out this week as well. So that may have an effect on the oil price, but I'm not really looking too closely at oil, but I do know it is holding above the 50% of that prior range. Looks like $70 looks like to be support here. Looks like a little bit of a head and shoulders type pattern setting up. So it looks like around $70 could be the support level. So if oil is going to appreciate, which we do expect oil to continue its move upwards, particularly coming into this major commodity cycle that we're in right now. If oil can hold above $70, then that's a great support level to look for some potentially some longer term trades. But in terms of short term trades, once again, it's just a day-to-day proposition, really. It's important to look at these key Fibonacci levels on these larger charts, but very difficult to trade as a day trader just trading purely on daily charts. There's a lot more detailed analysis that we need to do. And that's, what we do here at IDTA. We focus a lot on the smaller time frames. So, if you do want to find out a little bit more about what we do, we have live trading rooms every single day, all right? Apart from the weekends when the futures markets are closed, but you can access our live trading rooms as a member. And what we'll do, we'd like to give you an opportunity to find out more about our live trading rooms. So if you are interested to find out more about our live trading rooms, just go into the comments and just write a comment about that you're interested. We'll reach out to you and we'll find out a way of getting a link to you to access that room. All right. So thanks so much for joining again, guys, for our Trading Success podcast. Hopefully this information was positive for you. I think just in terms of recapping, just if you're trading the indexes, just be very careful because we're just coming out of that quadruple witching last week. So there could be some misleading price action that's occurred. So let's just see how the market settles in this week earlier, even though we are making all-time highs on the NASDAQ, on the S&P. NASDAQ is still struggling to get to those all-time highs. Bitcoin is one that's interesting to look. Bitcoin we could get some rejection up at these levels around 64,000. That trend line that we're coming up to could be acting as a level of support or resistance. So we'll see how the market handles there. So once again, it's almost like those balance rules apply. Right? Look for continuation and breakouts, but if the market fails at those levels, then look for reversals back to the other side of the range. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you very soon. Bye for now.